Hey guys, it's Gunsmaster117 here, or Ryan Ward, and I kind of have a story to tell you. It's not a good story. It happened to me last night at around like 8 or 9 o'clock. So, I met this guy off of OfferUp. If you don't know what OfferUp is, it's kind of like a Craigslist. Go and check it out. It's really good. It's a really good app. But I met this guy on OfferUp, and I was selling my Air Jordan 6 lows infrareds for 140. Crispy condition, had the box and everything. So this guy, he's been bugging me ever since like I got them to buy them off me. And so he's been bugging me ever since I got them. And so I finally was just like, okay, he's annoyed me enough, so we meet up at the Speedway just down the street from my house. I'm by myself. I know it was stupid. It was dark out. I was by myself. I was on a bike. He was in a car. I go to the gas station. He's over there parked in the corner facing the exit. He goes, "Hey man, over here." So I ride my bike over there. I have the bag with the box and the shoes on my shoulder. I go over there. He hands me this box. He's like, "Hey man, I want to buy this brand new Apple Watch." And I'm like, "Nah, I'm broke. That's why I'm selling these shoes." And he was like, "Alright." And then he was like, "You got the box for these?" I was like, "Yeah, I got the box for you." "Alright, let me see them mugs." So I opened the box. I have the box opened, holding them in front of him, and he literally snatched them from me, set him in the lap next to the. Keep in mind, he had a girl and a little kid in the back, of his car. And so he snatched them from me, sets them in the lap of the girl sitting next to him, doesn't say a word, and just drives off. Doesn't say a word. He just drives off. The day after Christmas. And so later that day, my buddy Zach, he looks on his OfferUp page, and so he has that same Apple Watch on there. And so he asked him to buy it. And so we meet up somewhere west. So we meet up at a speedway over there. He doesn't know what we're driving and stuff. So we're there. He pulls up right next to us. Still has the girl in the car. Still has the kid in the car. So Zach, he gets out. He's like, he doesn't have the full money that he was going to pay him because we were going to set him up. So we had the cop, when we knew we were going to meet him, we had the cops follow us. And of course the cops didn't follow us, but luckily the same cop that was at the original Speedway didn't follow us. But thank goodness that there was another policeman there to set him up, to be there for us. And so we were there. Zach got out. He was like, "Alright, is this so? Alright, can you get out of the car? Let me see this." I'm sorry. So he gets out of the car, hands it over to Zach. Zach, he about smashed it. He didn't have all the $350 he wanted, or the $300 that he wanted. He only had $100 because we weren't gonna buy it. We were gonna set him up. So Dad walks out. He's like, "Hey man, is that the one you want?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "You got the money?" He was like, "No, I gotta go to the ATM in there and get it." He's like, "Alright then, fuck it, go get it." So Mom gets out of the car, goes over to the. My mom goes over to the policeman, and he knows as he watched my mom walk all the way to that police car. He knew he was over. He knew he was caught, and so. Because he was getting all nervous and stuff. He was scratching his head, going like this on his forehead and stuff. So he was nervous. And so, of course, when he gets out of the car, the girl hops in the front seat. the girl in the passenger seat hops in the front seat. I'm assuming he didn't have any driver's license. That's why she did that. But we don't know for sure. So back to the story. So we set him up. We get the cops over here. Me and my two brothers are sitting in the car. Me, Kevin, and Liam. We're sitting in the car, and so they're just arguing. My dad, my mom, the cop, and this black dude are just arguing. And so I get out of the car. Before I got out of the car, he was telling the cops he knew nothing about the shoes. He didn't know what they were talking about or anything. And then I hopped out of the car, and so they were like, and so he was like, so I didn't give you $140 for the shoes? So I didn't give you that $140 for those shoes? He was just screaming at me, and he never gave me any money. He never gave me any money. The only money I have in my wallet is the money I got from Christmas, from my relatives and shit. So he just keeps acting all innocent, like he didn't steal them and stuff. He's like, where the shoes at though? And he looks in his car, thinking like he could have went home or went somewhere and dropped the shoes off if he was smart. But of course, the whole night it was a fucking waste of time, by the way, because he just kept lying and lying and lying. We got a picture of his car, his face, his license plate. It's all good. Because 6 p.m. today, we get to see the camera footage at the original Speedway when he took off in his car and didn't hand me any cash. We get to see that today at 6 p.m. So back to the new thing. Back to the story. So this all escalates, and the cops call him over. The cop goes in his car. He's standing over there. The guy is standing outside of his car. He's just sitting there on his phone the whole time. Like, he's literally standing there on his phone the whole time. I was just like, what? Because he could have been like texting other people to like come and help him, or I don't know, he could have been doing something like that. I don't know. But so later me and my brothers and Zach, we go into the Speedway because we were gonna get some candy and get some drinks and stuff. So the girl and the kid walk out of the car, walk in the Speedway, and just stare at us. Like, they were going into the bathroom. We're right here. She walks in, and her kid, they're both staring at us all the way as they walk to the bathroom. And then they did that on the way out. They stared at us. And they went out. So later, the guy is surrounded by all these cops. And the original cop never showed up. The original cop that I had filed the report with never showed up. So that was kind of pissed me off and stuff. So he was surrounded by all these cops and stuff, and all these sheriffs and shit. And so me and my mom were just standing there, and she's just yelling at him like, if you can just give us the shoes back, we can just go on with our day. And he's just yelling there like, give my $140 back. Give my $140 back. Give my $140 back. And he never gave me any money. So since we don't have the footage, the cops had to let him go. They couldn't go to jail, but we are going to testify. The day after Christmas, a 30-year-old man with a wife and a little kid in the back. A little-ass kid sitting in the back. And he's stealing, right? And he's stealing from 14-year-old kids right in front of him? What? It was crazy. Guys, be careful. If you're ever doing anything like that on Craigslist or OfferUp, make sure you don't go by yourself. Make sure nothing's sketchy. Be careful out there, you guys. Because I could have been shot. I'm glad I wasn't. I could be dead right now. He could have shot me, took the shoes, and drove off. I could have been killed. Just be careful out there, guys. I don't want you guys to get robbed, or even worse, I don't want you guys to get shot. Just be careful out there, guys. Please.